This is Igbo area.
What Nnamdi Kanu is doing for final liberation of Biafra. This is according to IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, declare that its leader, Nnamdi Kanu, and members in foreign countries are currently gathering momentum for the final liberation of Biafra. IPOB said the gatherings are taking place in various cities of the United States, Canada, and London. According to Emma Powerful, the international move to gather Biafrans together for the total and final liberation of Biafran people from Nigeria by the leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is gathering momentum across the whole world, especially during this present visit to the United States of America, that's USA. He said the visit to America is bringing all the Biafrans residing in America and other parts of the world together to pursue a common cause under one dominant ideology as propagated by IPOB. Biafrans in different parts of America, both Ejo, Igala, Idoma, Ogoni, Igbo, Ibanke, Anang, Urobo, Efik, and others are gathering together and speaking with one voice to proffer solutions and work towards a realistic strategy for Biafra freedom. Our people in America last week hosted our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his wife, Mrs. Uchechi Okwu, and his entourage at the Martin Luther Jr. Center in Atlanta, Georgia on May 30th, 2019. That was the Biafra Day. Many more Biafrans and diaspora organizations are also preparing to host him in various town hall meetings across the United States, from Chicago to Houston, New York City, Maryland, and Washington, D.C. He will also visit Toronto, Canada before the weekend, and for important meetings with IPOB family and Biafran in Canada. He continued by saying, "We are urging those doubting Thomases, both in America and Canada, to come out and confront our leader regarding any issue or grudge they may have. It is a challenge we expect people to rise up to. IPOB is an open institution that welcomes everybody. Therefore, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will be ready to answer any question that may come from Biafrans, regardless of your ethnicity, orientation, and affiliation." Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in his numerous broadcasts via Radio Biafra London, has made it abundantly clear to all that whenever our people in abroad come out, especially those in America, for this divine and restoration project championed by IPOB, that Biafra independence is at hand. At this town hall meeting, which is ongoing across America, so too is our underground diplomatic moves to restore Biafra, the effort to engage all major stakeholders, both local and international, by our leader during his tour US and Canada. This is an indication that no stone is left unturned in the divine Biafra project. We thank the Most High God, Chukwu Okike Abiama, who made his journey a successful one. The gesture and respect our people living in America accorded to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is awesome. We ask God Almighty, Chukwu Okike Abiama, to bless and protect them in their effort to make Biafra restoration a reality. That was from Emma Powerful, the spokesman for IPOB. There is a strong belief within the IPOB circle that Biafra is at hand. That's all he's trying to say. That is some of it. Miyetti Allah debunks rumored attack on Southeast Nigeria. The Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria has said it has a cordial relationship with the governors and people of Southeast Zone of Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo states. Alhaji Gidado Siddiqui, chairman of cattle breeders in the zone, made the disclosure in Oka while reacting to a publication on social media platform entitled "Southeast will boil any moment from now" because of their stubbornness. Siddiqui in a moment condemned the publication, alleging looming crisis between his Miyetti Allah members and the people of Southeast geopolitical zone. He said a few days ago, "We woke up to a malicious publication on a social media platform purporting a phantom statement in Abuja entitled "Southeast will boil any moment from now" because of their stubbornness ascribed to the leadership of Magban and erroneously assigned to me. It is my wish to inform the public that Magban did not make any statement to the effect of the content of the publication either in Abuja or anywhere for that matter. I humbly will wish to correctly place my designation as the chairman of the Southeast Zone of the association and not the leader of the cattle breeders in Nigeria, as I was addressed in the primary falsehood the publication sought to disseminate. This therefore my intention while dispelling the published rumor as from the pit of malicious mischief to share my upbeat spirit with all of us that the sincere and committed understanding we all propagate today will yield us minimal rancor, if not rancor-free society tomorrow, he said. Look at what happened. There's a publication that was circulating recently. People alleged to have come from the Miyetti Allah cattle breeders that there's a plan to attack southeast Nigeria. When I first saw the publication, I waved it off. I said they wouldn't be saying such a kind of a thing. I'm so happy to hear that they have come out to disconnect, detach, remove themselves from such, that it distance themselves from such as not coming from them. We are so happy. OIC, Ohaneze wants attackers of Nwodo to desist. Igbo socio-cultural organization Ohaneze Igbo has warned some elements who have formed the habit of seeking publicity and relevance by throwing tantrums on the President General of the organization, Chief Nwodo, to stop forthwith in their own interest. The Deputy Publicity Secretary of the group, Chuks Ibebu, in a statement noted Nwodo had piloted the affairs of the body credibly, and Igbos are happy with him. He advised such people to find another occupation if they have nothing else to be doing than just attacking Nwodo. The deputy spokesman also made it clear that Ohaneze had nothing personal against President Muhammadu Buhari, but would always protect the interest of Igbo on any issue, including the OIC issue, which Nigeria was entrapped through the back door. He queried, OIC may be doing a great job for member countries economically, but are there no strings attached? If there are no strings attached, then it is okay, but we have fears on that, and that the manner Mr. President abandoned his swearing-in post-events and rushed to Saudi Arabia. Even there, they were advocating for Palestine, which may not be the collective opinion of Nigerians. President Buhari's personal opinion is different from the opinion of Nigeria and Nigerians. Okay, you see what Ohaneze is trying to say? Nwodo made comments regards the president's attending OIC meeting. OIC meeting means meeting of, that's Organization of Islamic Countries meeting. Now, is Nigeria an Islamic country? Why is Nigeria part of OIC? What are the gains? Are there no strings attached? That was what Nwodo asked. How can you just represent the whole country collectively agree that we are an Islamic country? How can you just register us for OIC? Now, even your interest may not be our interest. Buhari has been in support of free Palestinian, a Palestinian state. That is not the collective decision of Nigerians. You go free Palestinian. Now, there's a question I want to throw at the president. We realize you are about free Palestinian. What of Biafra home? We want same thing. We want free Biafra. Biafra run by its people, and we want it peacefully. So what they were trying to say is Nwodo is not attacking the president. He is trying to know if what the president is proffering to the organization is a collective view of Nigerians. You see, and these are among the reasons why people say, please, we want our own separate country. You cannot pull us into what we don't know. You go out there, you represent us as an Islamic nation. We from the south is mainly Igbos in Nigeria. We are not Muslims. The Muslim will not make up to 1% if there are any. We are majority Christians and some other religion, but we are more of Christianity. So when you represent a country in an Islamic event, the president for that matter, how do you expect us to react? That is why we clamor for our own country. Barely 24 hours after assumption of office, Imo State Governor MNK Allah commenced the demolition of monuments built by the immediate past governor Rochas Okorocha as his first action as governor. Allah was sworn in as the 6th executive governor of the state on the Wednesday, 29th May 2019. The Akachi Tower, one of the many tourist attractions built by the former governor, is being demolished at the time this report was compiled. It was built on a reclaimed dump site that was abandoned by previous administrations. The demolition exercise was supervised by soldiers who barred journalists from covering the exercise. The Akachi Monument was one of the structures commissioned by the Vice President, Yemi Osibanjo, barely 1 week ago. You know, when Osibanjo visited and Rochas was showing him about 1,000 projects he claimed he did. The monument, a massive tower with symbol of a hand of the zenith, representing the hand of God, sits on an expansive plot of land reserved for religious purposes. There are fears that the new governor will also demolish other monuments in Owerri, the state capital, especially the famous Tedos. Wow. Meanwhile, Igbos says he will probe Okorosha's financial dealings. That's the new governor of Imo State, MNK Igbos. Igbos said nothing was handed over to him by Okorosha. He stated this while speaking with his incoming lawmakers in the state. The governor vowed that all those who embezzle the state's funds must be dealt with, adding that the service of security agencies will be employed to investigate all spendings. I will have to involve the service of security agencies in making sure that those who served the state must account for it. That's the money spent. I will criminalize those who loot our treasury. Nothing was handed over to me. We must make them accountable, Igbos said. He advised the lawmakers-elect to diligently serve the state, noting that the state is at a critical point. He said the opportunities that your legislative positions offers may also appear daunting as it is exciting and as challenging as it is empowering. I say this because you will be assuming your position as members of this legislative assembly at a very critical time when the state is at the crossroad of seeking recovery from an era of arbitrariness to the new direction that we are set to go of order, due process and respect for the rule of law. You know what? They're trying to say that the condition of Imo State, as at the time of Okorosha handing over to him Igbos, is very bad. Kalife jegi mumai chole emma. I have to go vifa na etitu. Kenda oza etitu kwa. Kana inanya na kaya malo Igbos kabatala abata. Ife mawo onye ona lile ego ya agboye. Enwe onye ji ụgwọ nyekwa ego je kwụọ ya ụgwọ. Iri ego steeti ya agbosisi ozugbo. Elekwara n'ụlọ nnakọ ndị mmadụ ana na ọtụtụ ebe dị iche iche maka na-ewu onye isi obodo anyị anapụkwa gị anwụkwa onye mkpọrọ afọ mana onye ọ na-emetaghị ife ya emezikwana ya anụ gbaa ajọ ọsọ agba ya ajọ egbe kele nke na mmadụ ya bata na steeti were ego o kwesịrị iji dozisi ife welie na-alụ na-eme ife sọrọ ya na Anambra ka asị na briji anyị alụ na trela anyị aga na ka ezi ife alụlile ahụ ka ife ọ na-alụzi bridge niile dị na Lagos trailer na-aga na ekele ife na trailer ya aga na nke anyị dị na Anambra na ife gọvanọ Ebonyi na-alụ gọvanọ Ebonyi na-enye nsogbu na ụfọdụ na-asị na ọ na-enye nsogbu mana negodo ife ọ na-alụ na ebe negodo dị ilu ọ na-alụ negodo flyover Ebonyi na-alụ gọvanọ Ebonyi na-alụ ọ na-atrai na-agbanyeghị o nwere ike na-agba Biafra mgba mana negosi anụ ife ọ na-eme na Ebonyi nekwa na anya ka m gwuo na eziokwu onye ọbụla lile ego si jide onwe ozi onye anyị na-emere ebere ewere ego a ejiri obodo a na-ayọkwa mmadụ ayọ ego enyere n'aka wee dozie obodo a na-ayọkwa ya ayọ ka o were ya lụọ ife were etinye na pọket ya pụọ a na-ene anya mba ọ ya emezi ndị be anyị ụnụ fụka a na-akpụ ndị politishan a maka ife ọjọọ unu emekwara na ha ebele ịmakwa ife na-aza na maka ofu onye ọtụtụ ndị nwụrụ n'obodo maka ofu onye enye ego security vote ọ ya sponsor nye ndị vigilante si ebe ha wepụta ego nye ndị vigilante ka e wee chekwa ndụ ndị be anyị ma ndị kọgasịrị nri n'ugbo ha ewere ego atinye n'akpa ndị ọjọọ bata na-egbu ndị be anyị asịsị gbachi ha nkịtị ka m gwụ na eziokwu onye ọ na-afụlụ ka EFCC na-akpụ mmadụ nye wutezikwa n'ụnụ ewere ego ọhalie a na-emele gị ebere na EFCC kpụrụgo